Just have a little bit of a repeat, just to make sure. Will you speak for me one more time?
Greeting.
Yeah.
Heard them.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that one more time. Again, my apologies. That was my bad. Should have been paying attention before we started.
It's okay, it's nothing new to us.
And so Mavet takes
Yep.
16d8 necrotic damage, and
Oh, yeah.
look, maximum damage. How did that happen?
All right. Let's get this show on the road. Let's try that one more time. Hello, I'm your host and DM, Gray, and I'm here with my players, Eddie.
Hello, I am Mega, and I play Eddie, the Otter Boy Triton Bastard class, and I also play Eddie. And then I sometimes play characters of similar names.
As well as Luya.
Oh, hello, Nita here. I play the human cleric sorcerer Aluya Oblak.
As well as Mavet.
Hello, I am Mavet Soha Fidash. I play the Spore Beast Barbarian Druid, Treefolk.
And finally, Seer.
Hello. I play a person that's always on fire, who is a fire genasi artificer alchemist, and they have a little pet familiar named Rascal, who is literally made of a coffee mug made of metal.
All right. Does anyone want to attempt to tell me what the hell happened last session?
I can try.
Okay. Yeah, please. Give me a shot with that.
Right, so okay.
No.
So we're still okay,
No.
we're with the gnome still, and we're just trying to get him to talk to us what his situation is, because we feel like he's just set up this trap for us, but apparently it wasn't for us. He's waiting for someone. That someone happens to be the Messiah named Baal, who Seer recognized as the god of murder, evil god of murder. He has a gifts he wants to give Baal, which is three corpses. So we go investigate these corpses, and one of them is infected with the Zombrium.
Close
and
enough.
Zombie plant disease.
Yes.
And Mavet also notices, and he starts to get a little weird with it. So he starts doing, what does he cast? He casts something upon these corpses, but he pretends to do it on the infected one, to which Eddie notices and makes a comment via message to Mavet. And things get a little weird here, because the being or entity or whatever in Mavet is racist, so it sounds like Mavet's racist. And so Eddie got butthurt. And then moving on.
No, hang on.
What? Oh.
You forgot the important issue with that. Is that Mavet apparently used the hard R with otters. And that's a no-go. Favorite fucking thing. Go on.
So, we want to deal with what's going on with the zombie plants, but then we have this gnome guy who's here waiting for an evil god, so we're trying to figure out what to do with him. So Seer decides, with a good plan, that maybe Jean can stay with the gnome, and we take care of what we need to take care of. But when Seer explained about this god coming, he seemed a little too excited about it. So he's like, yeah, you guys go, do your thing, do what you're supposed to. I'm gonna stay here with the gnome. And then we start to go off, but then he also sends the loser team on their own mission, but we don't know what that is yet. And then we make our way deeper into the forest, and we come across the cottage of the granny that we're supposed to deliver cookies to, as by Velma, the bitch.
The plague. But yes.
That's what I said.
Did I stutter?
Oh, yeah. Aaliyah, before entering, because she's got the jitters, asked Eddie to take a hit. She could not handle it. They enter into the home where Granny was waiting for them, and she gives them the rundown. Asks them not to leave because bad things will happen. Aaliyah's tripping, as does Aaliyah eventually. And then they all go into a room where Aaliyah gets turned into a cloud. And she goes into another room being pushed by Eddie. And then she sees things. And then she gets a little weird at the end. But she must go back into that room.
Alright. I'm gonna steal something from Mega because I enjoyed this mechanic. But roll me a 2d10.
Me?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, wrong thing. I was doing it from.
How could you not act on the spot?
Hey, man,
But,
where's the thing for my character? The character buttons. Oh, here it is.
If you go on to the chat messages at the very bottom, there's a dice tray. But alright, give yourself 6 gold. Say you found that rummaging around the property. The only thing, yeah, I only feel like the key notes that were missed during that recap, and I don't blame you, again, it was a large info dump, is the party was told that with the Genasi army, the Rebirth Bastion, they are a sign of the apocalypse, the end of times. And you were told that they had 4 generals, Infernalix, Maelstrella, Tremora, and finally Galen. Each one of their respective elements, generals underneath Johanna the Fell. And this was brought to you via a crystal skull that loves to eat anything valuable. But that aside, are you guys ready to start?
I can't wait till the Crystal Skull summons aliens.
Yeah.
I'm ready to die.
All right, let's
From
bring
fright.
you guys. Let's bring you guys to the map here. What the fuck was that?
IDFK.
IDFK. Well put.
Sorry, I sneezed.
Oh, that was your sneeze? Holy shit. Sound like an
I was-
exorcism.
I wasn't fast enough to mute it.
Sound like
Alright.
a duck.
Now, where we left off, if memory serves me right, Eddie was sending a message to Luya, and I'd like to start off from there. You guys are in this spare bedroom or the guest bedroom, right next to what appears to be a sacrificial altar and some sort of magical seal in the room over. What does Eddie say?
Oh no. No, we ended like Aluya already came back.
Yep.
Mhm.
Like the note that we ended on was that like Eddie suggested that they all get high.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a message. Everyone gets high. All right. Start us off, Eddie.
I mean, honestly, I want to hear everybody's reaction to that comment because
Especially from the tree person.
Well, it depends what it looks like. Are we smoking it, ingesting it, or Does it look like natural?
I mean, he hasn't gotten it out yet.
Well, that's what we gotta see.
Well, do you think getting high is like the right time? Listen, I just came down off my high. I don't know. I think it went well. I think I handled it super good. Yeah.
Flashback to her sitting at a long table looking at a crystal skull saying, "You can't have my skin. I can't stop you, but you can't have my skin." Yeah, I handled it well.
Nah, bruh, you don't get it. You said, like, there's something you can't, like, tell us, right?
Yes, that's correct. I cannot.
So then, like, we're gonna get high so that we can know without you having to say anything.
Oh, okay. Yes, I will not say a word. I will not do anything. You will just be all inside of me. No, just one of you inside me? Alright.
Well, nah,
Sierra
like,
just
it'll be...
literally just turns face away, like.
I mean, like, we could always do that, too, but, like, you know, business first, I guess?
My mind is ready.
Well, like, there's a step before that, so you might want to get ready for that.
Like, do I need to sit, lay down? Do I have to be restrained? Maybe punched in the face?
Pats Aaliyah on shoulder and goes like, "Don't hurt yourself."
Okay.
Well, nothing like that, nah. Just like, you might get real uncomfortable if you're not, like... It just kind of like gestures at presumably the heavy armor that you're still wearing. I mean, you might feel really good. I, like, don't know your kinks, but...
Sure. Yeah, kinks. We all have them, right? Everyone does kinks. I know this stuff.
But yeah, if, like, everyone wants to get connected, then, like, I guess I'll just start setting it up.
Okay.
Just remember to breathe.
Oh, okay.
Kind of want to imagine as Eddie's setting this up, we have like a shot inside of the room to the right with the dead horse. We see like the plinking of fresh blood coming from its mouth onto the ground, and the sigil just growing wider and wider. Eddie, tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah, so like thankfully, since like, you know, just Eddie just always seems to have like well, at least these days, like have a little bit on him, just like pulls out like a small baggie of nondescript ground organic material, and it's like begins to put it into... It's like yeah, they go like, you know, like just like pull out a small bowl and like start lighting it, and beginning to let the smoke begin to fill the room.
Yes, and we see that as Eddie from because his token was left in the other room and I like the flavor, we see Eddie disappear from the other room and his eyes begin to form within the this smoke that's developing in the room. Walk us through.
It's like, and it's like as he continues, it's like, oh right, before I forget, like, I have to say it, but nobody's allowed in my mind palace.
I feel if we tried, Eddie would kill us.
Eyes glow in confirmation.
Yeah, and he's just like awkwardly silent after that, and like continues like waiting. His silence essentially confirming it as well. But as the smoke in the room begins to fill, and I think the important question here is like, Mavet, do you remember to breathe?
That's what I was about to mention. So I've never had to breathe before, so I'd probably just be sitting there.
All right,
Well-
then everybody but Mavet experiences this.
Well, there is one thing. Even though he doesn't breathe, we always attribute you to a tree. Don't you actually have foliage, or are you just straight branches?
Straight branches.
Never mind then. Proceed.
You know what? No wonder it was so easy to take him over. He has like no nutrition. Just like any old parasite could just come in and like knock things around. But yeah, for Aluya and for Seer, as the smoke continues to fill and like your lungs begin to fill with the smoke, it's like you are starting to like hear what basically what could be described as like echoes, but echoes of voices of people that you know, yet nobody is in the room is actually speaking, but it sounds like their voices, but it's just echoes right now. It's like but as a few minutes pass, your it seems like your senses are beginning to heighten. It's like colors, or at least like the colors that you can still see in the room, seem more vivid. It's like you're like those echoes from before, like like starting to seem like louder, and even like the smallest of like shuffling seems to be picked up like by your sensories. And probably most notably at all, I don't know if Aluya took off her armor, uh, but like that earlier experience that you had before about like feeling like really uncomfortable like wearing your armor, it's like that feeling is essentially magnified as you are just fully aware of everything that you are wearing. Like your skin just feels sensitive to everything that it's touching.
Okay, yeah, I would have taken the advice and of taking it off. Time being.
Yeah, so like, but yeah, even without the armor, like you can still like very much feel your clothes.
Gonna start tugging a little.
Oh, a little too
It's
much.
like and like even like because like everybody had like dinner recently, just like it's like it's like but basically like the remnants that are like left in your mouth, like even like starting to like feeling that like more strongly. Basically, it feels as though like all your senses have like opened and magnified.
I can feel everything. It's like you're there and I'm here, but I'm also there. I'm you and you're me. We are each other. Everything feels so alive. Dear, I'm also you, a Janasi.
Then I hope you enjoy the heat.
I guess we're like really sisters now. We've bonded. And Eddie, a brother. We are
I-
family.
That'd make the orgy later a little awkward.
I'm sorry. What?
Ah,
Oh.
that makes a lot of sense now.
That's not where this was going.
No.
I think people would die if they tried.
So then, like, y'all are like holding up, okay?
I think so.
I'm just enjoying the relaxation of it. So,
All right,
I'm
then, like,
hopefully
it's
just
about to
gonna-
get trippier. It's like, as like more time passes, it's like those echoes from before, like that's become echoes and more like coherent sentences.
Mm.
And it's probably in this moment that you realize, like, these aren't just voices; these are people's thoughts. Like you feel as though that you could like almost like project yourself toward another person and see deep into like what they're thinking and what they're feeling. It's like you feel like there's like a connection between you and everybody else in the room that didn't exist before until just now. All right, like, bruh, it's gonna get a little trippy, but like the little dude and I are gonna like go inside you. Is that all right?
My mind is an open field. Frolic away.
I need to add in here, as this is all transpiring and we see like the smoke in the room beginning to become thicker and thicker. Outside, we do hear the patter of rain, then followed by the sound of hiss, as it is really, really fucking hot. Like, if I had to put a temperature on it now, it's probably like 120 degrees. Like, it is super humid in this room, and the smoke is not helping.
And I have a question. Is time going by the same speed for you in the mindfuck as it is for me? Or is your perception slowed down?
What's the answer, Eddie?
It's like, I would say like, uh, not so much in the first stage, but like into this like this newer stage of in this like like newer part. It's like like for example like any of these like well, I probably should have mentioned that like Eddie was not even speaking at all when he first like was mentioning like basically Eddie kind of like talked to you with his brain essentially. And like all of those conversations, like and those actions are all happening at a faster rate than everything else outside. Basically everybody is kind of like almost thinking faster than the world around them.
Okay, so your minutes are like seconds to me. Or, no. Yeah.
All right, guys, it's time to like pull out the chalkboard for the theory of relativity.
Yep.
Ew.
Fancy.
Fancy schmancy.
But yeah, it's just like by the way, just like I feel like it's important to say like Eddie asked for your consent, but technically he didn't have to, as like you feel like Eddie's presence inside of your brain.
Hello?
It's
Am I
pretty empty
alone?
in here.
So I can feel
Hey,
it.
little dude.
I'm just stranged out that, well, two things. One, I'm inside someone, but two, this is not my first time being inside someone. Just not in this way. But regardless, you're right, it's pretty empty.
Right, I know the other way you talk of too. Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, I know what happened. Bruh, you're allowed to think.
I'm allowed to think. Alright, so thinking, but can't say. All you see is the ocean now. Thinking but can't say. Okay. So clouds. You're gonna see a coastal line with pink sands. And then you're gonna see, pan over, you're gonna see Velma, but then you're also gonna go back to the ocean, because I don't want to think of Velma. Go back to the ocean. Alright. Then you're gonna see this paper spider come out the ocean.
Oh god.
And thousands of paper spiders come out the ocean. They're all gonna open up, and you're gonna read the note inside. But it says nothing. So I'm like, alright, okay. It's like I can't think of it. Okay. Then it gets dark again, and then you're gonna see a bunch of Velmas going around us, and you're gonna hear, "You son of a bitch," as an echo all around us. And then you're gonna see what I saw in the room, which is the sigil and the horse, and you're gonna just kind of, arrows are gonna point at this stuff, but then you're gonna see someone like wiping a window. You're gonna see the sigil again, and then you're gonna see like a house crumbling, like being destroyed. And back to the sigil. You're gonna see how can I say this without saying it? Myself, the sigil, and the crumbling house are wiping away the window. And we'll see what you can take from that, and then we'll go on.
In the mind of Aluya, as they were talking about the things that they saw in the room, can I roll a quick investigation based off of what they remembered seeing and possibly going deeper into their mind as I probe even harder while they are frantically thinking too hard?
That's a good one. I think insight is more appropriate in this specific circumstance. I understand where you're going for, but with this, this dreamscape, this mind palace, insight might be more appropriate for this.
All right, I'll give it a shot. It's not my best stat, but we're gonna see.
A natural one. It is as Aluya has described thus far.
Damn, I might be distracted by the spiders.
Yep. They're pretty fucking distracting.
So Eddie's just well, I guess he's kind of like literally thinking out loud. So like, it sounds like Velma doesn't really like this woman, does she?
Indeed. It seems as if they tasked them to, if I'm correct, possibly wipe some things away to leave them unprotected.
I didn't say anything.
Shh,
And I
don't think
guess
too hard.
the only way to do that would be to wipe away the sigil that we keep seeing.
Oh, you said some more things. I never said a thing to you or to
I
her.
mean, it makes a lot of sense. It's mainly the fact that, well, our lovely host is someone of wards. So removing a ward means removing their protection, since they are not safe in this area, and yet they're able to live peacefully.
Crazy theories you have. Oh my goodness. Keep going with those theories. Yes.
Mhm.
The question that would apply then on this case, Eddie, is, well, what are the immediate effects that would happen if the sigils were removed?
Well, if I were looking at that stuff correctly, like, I guess if we wiped away that sigil, it might actually, I guess, make the house vulnerable to, like, being destroyed.
Either that or it'd fall apart. But regardless, not good results.
Because we're, like, in it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't. Aaliyah can't show you anything to that because she wasn't in the room with you guys when she was explaining what was going on.
Then we have a lot of approaches that we might need to avoid. But that means then, well, as you said, Aluya is in a predicament that is a hard deal to escape from. So, I propose that we just simply play around the rules. I think we might need help from the host.
Granny? I'm not going to tell Granny anything.
No, you don't need to tell them at all. In fact, you could compliment them about all the things and talk to the skull.
Oh, I feel like him and I don't vibe well. There's just something about him, you know?
But Eddie, do you think that a plan such as what I could think of might work? The one I'm thinking of is we make a new sigil for Aluya to destroy the old sigil, making it so that Aluya has accomplished their job without having to have bad things happen. Think of it as an update or an upgrade to their security systems.
Well, like, I guess I guess it kind of depends on, like, the wording of their agreement.
You just get a flash of the note, still empty.
And I think the last thing we might need to do, Eddie, before we leave is more of figure out how it was phrased. Because I don't think it was intricate. Because if you remember my deal, they simply kept it plain, left it up to interpretation to the person that carried it. But had it very strong rules when I last talked to them. So in their case, it might be the same for Oluya.
Hey, bruh, did you, like, keep that note?
Yes, I have the note.
Is anyone else allowed to read it?
Well, if you overtake me, there's nothing I could do. I am not giving you the note, though.
Ah, hey. Just like Eddie thinks of it, how would you feel if, like, what if I read the note without me reading the note?
Well, if you could get the note without getting the note, and I don't give you the note, then you can read the note and it won't be on me. Do what you must.
Alright, in which case, don't freak out and just kind of let it happen.
I
That's
feel
a
like I
calming
have
thing.
to
Great,
fight
man.
you, or no, don't do this. My goodness, don't bad stuff. Oh no, stay away.
That's what I love to hear while I'm going on a trip. Just relax.
Just relax and let it happen.
Yeah, just relax and let it happen.
She's just like kind of going and like submitting and like on the floor. Oh my goodness. Don't do this.
I'm so
I'll
vulnerable.
just distract them.
Eddie within her mind space just looks to the seer. Hey seer, you mind leaving?
I can do that. In fact, if you like, I'll help them relax. Crack knuckles.
God.
Oh my goodness, the pain. I don't want it. She winks. Don't do this. She winks some more.
Alright, in
I
which
didn't realize
case,
you were into that, but okay. I was gonna do something else, but all right. And
Apparently,
Seer
we're into
leaves.
CNC, so let's keep going.
Yeah, like Seer leaves as Eddie asks.
Okay.
You mean
And
like
in
leave
which
the mind
case,
space, or you mean like leave?
leave the mind space.
Okay, leave in the mind space now.
In which
And-
case, just as Seer does that, Aluya, almost immediately you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be. It's like your skin texture just feels really different.
Right, well, I'm not feeling the connection like I was, but
It's
okay.
oh no, you're still feeling it. The thing is, hey, is that you over there?
Who's that?
You see
said-
you.
It is me. What do we do with her?
Kill her.
If you look down,
Go on. Keep going. Sorry.
it's like if you look around or like more notably look down, hey, you weren't wearing those pants. And were you always this hairy?
Well, I do take care of myself, but it's hard. I'm part Romanian. Just kidding. No. Mm,
And then it
So-
clicks that, oh, hey, you're wearing Eddie's clothes?
you're me. I am you. Will you get the answers this way? I am not allowing you to get answers. But do
And you
what
see that
must.
your body, completely independent of your actions, starts like looking about their belongings until they pull out and read it.
One more time, you broke up a little bit for me.
Oh, just you see that your body seems to be independently now looking about your form and your clothes for a note until, I guess, hopefully, eventually, he finds it, or she finds it.
Mm-hmm.
They find it.
If it
So
is
just so it's very clear for anybody peering into the situation, Aluya is reading the note.
Yeah.
yeah. Now, I need to clarify with Luya. You, if you want, you can read it out loud. If you want to keep this just between you, Mega, I can send a message. It's all about how you want to approach this, or if there's something different that I wouldn't expect, say so now.
I feel like only he would be able to see it, but I'll say it out loud and then he can relay the information.
Mm-hmm.
So the note says, "My dear sister, dear Miss Oblock, my dear sister is going to finish a ward in 3 days. Would you be a dear? Kill her magic seal before then. When it is destroyed, my favor will be fulfilled. Velma the Plague."
And then
So-
Aluya just once again, like you see yourself just like folding this paper like back into a pocket. See yourself looking at you, and then you hear Eddie's voice. Sorry, it's been a while since the last time I did this. I forgot how good I looked.
Oh, you know, gotta have those good luscious fur. I get it. Did you get the info that I did not tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Or show you? I did no thing.
Aluya definitely read the note that she was given and didn't share with everyone else.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Aaliyah, take 100 d6
Yeah.
damage. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
And like in a blink, assuming that you just let it happen,
Mhm.
it's like one blink later, and once again, you now see Eddie in front of you rather than yourself.
Hey. I don't know if it worked, but I don't know what you saw or what you read or what happened. But hey, whatever theories, hypotheses you have, tell the group.
All right, but so just to be clear, the orgy's not happening.
No. Is that like a soup or something you eat together?
Just because I want to say this, and since Eddie went through the effort of organizing this, Eddie, with the discussions of the group from when Aluya met Velma to reading this note, there was no specificity, no order to have a vow of silence. At all.
Eddie will spare her that embarrassment.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I'll let you have that knowledge.
Hey man, I didn't feel like dying when I uttered a word. How am I supposed to know?
It's just so great.
I mean, I was like, but yeah, like even as she was reading, just like, I'm waiting for the part that says "Don't say this to everybody," but it didn't come.
Nope,
And
not at all. So good. That being said, Aluya, give yourself 350 EXP. That was some excellent roleplay on your part with the Mindscape. Eddie for organizing it. Give yourself 100. And Seer, you had a good idea that I really liked. Give yourself 50. Mavet, give yourself 10 for being there. Or I
Just
should
for
say,
existing.
yeah, as a trophy.
Participation XP.
That was good. I enjoyed that. Good job, everybody.
But yeah, it's like Eddie realizing that the orgy is probably not happening. looks down at the still burning mindfuck, and with prestidigitation, uh, like extinguishing the flame inside, allowing the smoke to set. And it does take a little bit, especially since it's they don't have really a means to let the smoke out immediately. uh but yeah, as the smoke kind of begins to clear out, those participating, it's the stream of consciousness that is everybody's thoughts begins to become more broken up and disjointed until they return to echoes. Your normal sensory feelings begin to return until eventually the smoke has cleared out and everybody is as they were before.
Oh.
Although notably, Eddie gave himself one small pinch. It's on one of his nipple rings before the smoke dissipated.
Yeah, that helped with the spell, right? Right?
Yeah.
All right, everyone's in the same room. Mob vet, what were you doing?
Well, how much time passed between what they did and what I experienced?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna say a little bit more than the actual conversation itself.
So I would have just been looking at them, wondering why Aluya is doing weird movements, even though they're not really speaking, but I kind of see her eye twitching, not winking that time, but it just seemed like she had a tick.
Aluya,
And
you having a stroke there?
and I would have just, since it really wasn't all that long, would have been just relaxing, trying to catch my bearings.
You had an opportunity to draw on people's faces, shave some legs, and you didn't take that opportunity?
Well, I was also told to infect them while they were down, but I also did not do that.
Relax. Just let it happen. All right. Smoke clears. Everyone's in the bedroom. What are you guys going to do? Aluya, you're feeling like you might become exhausted.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't you remember what I told Azir? Don't skip the house now.
Okay.
Yes.
How do I put that on myself?
Not yet. Not yet. I'm just saying you feel like you're going to be exhausted.
Boy, I'm feeling kind of drained from this.
What do you guys do?
Okay, so I'm a little tired. Did you get the info that I did not say?
Yeah, and looks over to Seer. So I think, little dude, that your plan's probably gonna work out just fine.
Yeah.
Good.
So we should probably go and talk to her now before, well, something bad happens, I guess.
Yeah. Well, all you guys have to do is kill the seal. Go right ahead.
I think they would appreciate the honesty since, well, they even said themselves, and I think Aluya would say this with such beautiful words. Velma's a bitch.
Yes, you took the word right out of my mouth.
But regardless, more honest we are with Granny, well, we can at least see if there's a conflict with the idea. But I think they would understand. Hopefully. We'll have to see.
So you guys leave the room and go see Granny?
Yeah, in which case, just like go over, open the door anew.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there we go.
Yep.
We got it.
And we just begin to leave and go like
Yeah,
leave Aaliyah with the tree man.
Yeah, everyone move to the living room then.
And this is when we find out that she's been killed.
You see her corpse. No, I'm fucking with you.
She's dead on the couch.
No, she's just sleeping. You just see her snoring. Like she was working on something, didn't manage to make it back to her bedroom. She's just sleeping on the couch.
Eddie just like walks over and and pokes her.
Nothing happens. She is just sleeping.
Hey, bruh. Bruh.
That won't work, you hear the skull say from the table. She's a dreamer.
That is what?
She wasn't joking. She sleeps hard. She's not with us at the moment.
She may sleep hard, but I wake up hard.
Give yourself 50 XP. That was fucking awesome. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. That was good.
Seer's gonna ask the skull, specifically that's going like, do they arise by the sun or at a specific time?
That will be 5 copper pieces. Opens up its mouth. Yep, opens up its mouth.
An easy price to pay. As I look at my gold, I gotta double check.
Mm-hmm.
She unfortunately only has 4 copper pieces.
If I give it to gold, will I get change?
Let's find out.
If I say yes, will you give me a gold coin?
But what if it's a lie? Eh?
How about this?
Don't think they're a coin star.
How about this? We'll make it a silver if you tell me when they wake up, as well as, well, ultimately, if they actually like sleeping in their bed or the couch.
Opens up its mouth.
Put a silver piece in.
And it chomps down. Not with your finger in it or anything. Just the moment your finger comes away, it chomps down, crushes the silver, and just goes, ah, yes, that's so good. Yes. Granny goes to sleep at 8 p.m. and she wakes up at 8 a.m. like clockwork. But she does like to sleep in her master bedroom. Tonight is a different night, although. And he stops.
Interesting.
Just because it kind of bothered me that he just stopped short, I will give him a copper piece. And then...
Does not chomp down.
I see. Okay. I will give
It-
you 1 silver piece.
Sorry, dear. This will be 5 silver pieces.
Okay. 5 silver. And then...
And you see his eyes begin to glow. And you guys better be taking off this fucking money. So, opens up his mouth. You see the teeth chatter, and it says,
Granny is doing something different tonight. She is not focusing on the ward. She is talking to the Coven of One about the success of her mission. She has saved you. For now.
Looks to Leah. I'm guessing that's why they specified the days in some
Yes.
ways. Because if you did, I think we would have had issues.
She will not wake up. I am sorry.
Would you be able to answer the questions that they would answer for us to aid in making it so that none of us have issues?
rephrase that, please?
Basically, I'm gonna ask. It's like, can I ask him the same question? Can I ask him the same questions we were gonna ask the granny on how to resolve the situation with the ward without causing the world to
Terry.
explode?
I know everything. It's a matter if you have the gold for it.
Have something that you've been wanting.
Oh, what's that?
Lee is gonna see Seer just like dig through their bag and pull out rotten flesh of the Abiku.
No.
That is not valuable, my dear.
No, I planned to give you gold, but I wanted to give you something else on top of that. Think of this as a bonus.
Ugh. Disgusting.
I just simply wish to know about if it is possible to make another ward before removing another ward, and what materials are needed.
1 gold piece for the first part. 5 silver for the latter.
We'll make it 2 gold then.
Oh, dearie, you know how to make a skull smile.
I have a serious boner right now.
Yes, give it to me.
Opens up
I
his
won't
mouth.
jump your bones, but I'll give them the 2 gold. And a little bit of flesh if they want it. If they don't, it's cool.
They don't.
Cool. I'll put it back in my bag.
Hmm. So the question was, is it possible to break a ward and remake it? Was that the question? One more time.
I was trying to specify, like, their ward.
Their ward.
Like, the ward they have in this house now. And
Okay.
then, like,
So
basically,
I-
it's because the idea is, like, yeah, we don't want to, like...
I need you to ask the question again in character and be specific on what you want to know. Because that's
Okay.
a little too vague for me.
You're good.
Yep.
Is it possible to make the same ward that is in this house that my companion, pointing to Aluya, is tasked to changing and make it so that we still have the second ward in place? Wow, my brain's turning off. I'm trying to
Yeah, that's fine.
not be... And if so, what materials are needed?
You wish to know if you can make the ward in this house again after it is broken. Is that correct?
Not after, but Specifically, if we could stack the ward, and then if we
Stack the
destroy the other
ward.
ward, it'd be up. Correct.
Yes, that is doable.
And you asked, what components do you need?
Correct.
Yes. Very simple, my dear. All that's needed is but dreams, hopes, and a bit of unicorn horn.
Writes that down.
Yeah. Dreams, hope, and a unicorn horn.
The dream you can find within the daughter of Granny. The hope you can find deep in the woods in the hands of a goblin. The horn you can find in the deepest of the rot of the deadwood. Yes, that is all that is needed for the
I'm sorry.
ward in this
What?
house.
What's the horn again?
Unicorn horn.
I mean, what did you say?
Oh, it was
dream-
deep in the deadwood.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask you other questions another time, but for now,
Oh,
That
dearie,
helps out
I'm
greatly.
still hungry. Please. Do you have more gold?
I do. Then, Eddie, do you have any questions you might want to clarify with them? I have a bit more gold to
Please.
spend.
Please, I'm so hungry.
Like pauses for a moment, looks at Eddie, then looks back at the skull. Well, bruh, since it seems like at least 2 of those things are outside this house, what'll happen if we go outside?
Yes. I can answer that.
Opens his mouth.
Seer,
I should be more specific. What'll happen to us specifically besides die?
Ah! I can answer that. Please, 1 gold piece.
You already know I'm a high tipper. 2 gold.
Yes. The question is, what will happen to all of you besides dying? Is that correct?
Yeah, just like noticed it was like getting a bit warm outside, and it wasn't the smoking.
Oh, it will get warm. Very, very warm. That is but another question. What will happen is you will be hunted by the wolf. He will hunt you. He will shoot at you.
He will, and head turns towards Mabet.
He will kill you.
Me? Me?
Yes, it is hunting you.
Oh. Okay. What information can I get about the wolf for 1 gold?
Oh! I can tell you what organization he is a part of. For even more, I can show you where he is.
I will give you 3 gold to give me that information, plus if he has any weaknesses or faults.
1 gold piece, and I tell you where the wolf comes from. 20 gold pieces, and I show you where he is right now.
Can I offer the dagger and see if that will cover the 20 gold?
How much was the dagger?
Don't remember.
I
it's in my
specific-
notes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I specifically told you how much it was.
Have it written down.
It's 100 gold.
Yes, yes, give it. The dagger.
hmm So show me where he is and any weaknesses or faults he has for the dagger.
I will tell you it all. Put it in my mouth. Yes.
So I put the dagger in his mouth.
And you
This
hear
dude's really thirsty.
the jaw clamp down on the blade, the actual dagger fragmenting into pieces, the clinking of glass on wood as he keeps chewing at it until it becomes nothing.
I wonder how he handled a longsword.
I used to do some sword swallowing back in my day. You wish to know where the wolf is? I can show you exactly where he is right now.
And you see, like, the mouth open, smoke coming out, much like Eddie's, but this one, the smoke that comes from his mouth, unlike traditional smoke, has like an astral quality to it. Like, if you look deep within the smoke, you see the blinking of stars, the dark blackness and slight purple hue of the night sky. Deep within, you see that eye, much like the eye that is replacing the moon. And Giuliano, you see that eye blinking back at you deep within this mist. And as it fills the room, much like the scrying spell, you see like a third-person view of this wolf as it is standing on 2 legs with a red cloak, making its way through the foliage. And as the camera pivots down, you see a cottage you see a cottage not too far away, as if he's close to this building right now. And the smoke comes back into the mouth, and you hear Bogdan just laugh.
He is a crimson cloak of Adantis, a monster hunter, a beast himself. He has come to rid you of this world, Tree Man.
And where do his faults lie?
Where does his thoughts lie?
Faults. Like,
Oh,
what
faults.
is he-
Sorry, I
Because I
misread
was
you.
looking for
Yeah.
either weaknesses and tactics that he would be, or like resistances or immunity.
Okay. Second.
It's a lot of gold for all.
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna give you a lot here.
He is not weak to anything. He is not strong against anything. He is immune to the poisons of man. He is a crafty creature. He will not attack you as a whole with the group. He will wait. He will bide his time. He will follow you until the moment is right, until you are all weak, and he will strike. He prefers to stay at a distance and shoot with his bow. Be wary of traveling the woods. He will shoot you from afar and run. But be careful. Should you be weak, he is strong. Should he see blood, he will go into a frenzy. Speaking of which, I will give you this. If you guys fight this guy and you are not at max HP, he will have benefits to his attacks when striking you. He wears a charm as a necklace to make him strong against magic. In other words, advantage on saving throws. And finally, what you must know is he has a very special weapon just for you, Tree Man. And I think, like, out of his mouth, you see that an arrow with a shaft of gnarling branches comes into shape with its arrowhead, dripping with like a orange and white hot kind of if you guys ever seen a blacksmith working on tempered metal, is that kind of white hot metal tip for this arrow. He has a special arrow just for you to slay you. It will hurt, and perhaps even kill you, but the others need not worry about it. That is all I can tell you, unless you wish to know more about where he comes from.
Wouldn't that be included in all?
Well, again, it's specifically how you progress the conversation. That's why I'm double checking.
Yeah, let me know where he originates from.
In Adontis, there are rules that must be followed. You have to upkeep the balance of nature itself. Him, in this organization of Crimson Cloaks, purposely break the rules, tipping the balance between man and beast. Yes, they augment themselves by disturbing the peace and becoming more bestial. They are known to hunt monsters, while some become monsters themselves. When you travel anywhere close to Adontis, be wary of traveling the woods and seeing these people. They might be friendly, or they might just be another monster.
All right. Anything else with that?
No, good information.
Is there anything else you would like to know? I am so hungry.
Well, I have a question.
Yes, dear. What is the question? By the way, you have very nice skin.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I'm a charmer.
Alright, okay. You stay there. I just want to ask a question. So, you know all these things. What about, like, where I come from? Would you know things from there?
Oh, yes, dearie. I know everything.
I will give you 3 gold pieces.
What would you like to know, dearie?
Information about the night of the incident with the church and me.
Oh, how delicious. I don't usually do this, but I want something more. I want something personal.
and you see like the gleam of his gems upon you.
Hmm.
For one night I shall give you, but in return I want a day.
Do you? I'm sorry. Repeat that. For one night, you want a day.
Yes.
For one night, you want a day.
Yes.
She'll
Give
look.
me one day.
She'll look to the group. What does that mean?
Like, I don't know. I don't know how this thing works.
You know, I don't want to be mean on that, but when you make deals with such things that give such vague ideas, it tends to end badly. For example, if you give them one day, they very well could just kill you.
Hmm.
Oh, so like one of those stories where it's just like, I'll take a day, all right. The day you were born. Ooh. As he just kind of like starts waving his hands up in the air.
Mm.
It also could be the day that happened, because it very well could just change everything you are. But that's the thing that makes it so diabolical, is simply just that all they have to do is say what they want with no context.
Dear, all I ask is one day.
You know, never mind. You're giving heavy Velma vibes, and I'm already trying to deal with the situation. I pass.
Are you sure? It's
Yes, I'm
quite
sure.
interesting.
I'm so sure. Yes, yes, yes. Mystery. Oh, I'm suspect. Got it. I pass.
Ah.
If it makes you feel better, I'll come back for your services. But as you already know, business before pleasure. So,
For me, business is always pleasure.
then hope for our next thing, for my group and I need to discuss our next course of action, since
Oh,
I don't
I
want...
already know.
Good. Then I'll turn to Eddie and be like, so, we have an issue. We either A, wait till morning, but then, basing off of what the deal was, the deal would be technically broken if not finished right away. If I'm wrong.
Mhm.
Or right.
You know what? I feel like it's about a good time to take a break. I know we started a little late, but I still want to keep a little consistency with it, and it'll also give you guys time to plan for our break a little bit, then reiterate what you guys come up with. If that's all right with everybody.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you just ping me when to come back? I'm gonna go beat my children.
No! And with that, we're gonna go on break. All right, and we're back. So, what have you guys decided on?
I am back with sausages.
That
What have you
sounds like a
guys-
decision that was made.
So, what have you guys decided on?
I think we were gonna go collecting for some stuff, right?
Well, I think more immediately, anyway.
Yes.
Hmm.
Like right
'Cause,
now,
like-
what the hell are you guys doing?
Because, like, theoretically, like, we could either, essentially, we could go ahead and just, like, spend the night and, like, Olivia takes on that oncoming exhaustion. Or, like, possibly we could see where Granny's apprentice is, since, she's probably somewhere.
We're not allowed to leave around the house anymore, right? At least not tonight.
I mean, you're always allowed to do it. Whether you
Yeah.
survive is up to you, is up to someone else.
Yeah. You guys have whatever player agency you want to have. If you want to leave, you can leave.
Yeah, if I wanted to throw Granny into the fireplace while she slept, I could do that.
Yep. Please, not everyone at once. Go
Did
right
Granny, like, say which room was her apprentice?
Not from what I remember.
She did. Room on the left.
No, I know. I'm just trying. It's like
Yeah.
not from what I remember.
I don't know. I was walking around before, so she had been telling you guys. Oh wait, one room Mavet could not go in, right? Is that her room?
2 rooms.
2 rooms.
The one we already been in, and then the one opposite of it.
Bold of you to assume you can find her.
Well, if I give you a coin, will you tell us?
Oh, yes.
Well, here you go. 1 silver piece.
You said one gold.
I just thought of,
Oh, I
I just thought of, like, a business idea where, like, instead of, like, having people paying for, like, one thing for, like, a set amount, we, like, give them a piece of a thing, and then they just, like, keep paying small amounts of gold for the rest of it.
Wow. I mean, like, I could get on board with that. What about you people?
I mean, if it works.
I'm thinking of calling them mini transferences.
Ah, yes, I invented microtransactions. And this does weigh upon me. Yes. Yes. We could do that. What do you have to offer?
Well, I gave you a gold, so, where is she?
Chomps at it.
Yes, you said, where is she?
Where is the girl we're looking for? I,
Shh. You can't find her because she is in the grave of ill omen. But you don't need her. You just need her dream.
All right. Well, if I give you another gold, explain how we acquire this dream.
There you
I'm
go.
trying to type into this.
Yep.
Buy your way into quest progress.
Eats
All
the
right.
next gold piece.
Yeah.
Yes. All you must do is talk to Granny. She can get you inside of the world of dreams. You go in there and you take it from her.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Anything for you, darling.
Uh-huh.
What do you guys do?
The Macarena.
Macarena.
This leads to the question then. Do we wait till they are fully awake? Do we act now? Or do we prepare something else?
Or do
I'm in
you
the-
just die?
No, that's painful. I'd rather not. Dying's not fun.
Yes, Luya?
Eddie was in my mind. What if he blows his smoke to Granny and she takes it in and we go in her mind like while she dreams and she knows what we are asking for.
Ah, Inception. My favorite play.
I mean, if you want to. It is possible. I just don't know if you want to venture into someone's mind that, well, it's all about dreams. We'll be playing a dangerous thing if we jump in.
I think, like, more specifically, it's like wherever her mind is right now, it might not, like, be in her. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, she might be elsewhere.
Plus, I want to play in this mindset, but I don't know if they want visitors in their head.
I mean, that's fair. It'd be like a violation or something.
My vote is very simple. We don't really have a course of action till we either leave the home, which we cannot leave right now, or when we encounter talk with Granny. So if you wish to try to speak to them through their dreams, you may do so. But if not, I think it'd be best to try to rest and then start early.
Okay.
Yeah, like, there's not really much else we can do. At least unless we just want to leave the tree dude behind. That might just be like better if we just wait till tomorrow.
All right. So we're all going to sleep then?
Maybe not Seer right away, because they
Okay.
do have a question for the skull.
Okay. All right. If that's the case, everyone go back to the bedroom, get some sleep, or sleep wherever the hell you want to in this house. See Bogdan, the skull, looking at you, Seer.
Yes, darling. What is your desire?
Well, I think you already know, since you know so much, that I tend to resolve things before moving forward, since priorities over other people is always in my motto.
Mhm.
You know me better
Um,
than anyone else.
Make me a history check.
Hiya. 12.
Something seems a bit off. Was the skull always on that part of the table? Ah, it's nothing.
Well, that's making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, Aluya must have moved it. Didn't tell you.
So, I only say this though is because I have just one question. I can't help. My curiosity is starting to get the best of me. If you give me a bad deal, you already know that I would simply just say no. So, as Sierra kind of like takes a seat in the chair and goes, now, I have been trying to find answers to some questions that I haven't even told the group yet, mainly because, well, I don't think I'd like them to know how selfish a little bit I am on what I want.
We're all selfish, dear. Just how much of it you show.
In my case, I don't show much because I think many people would be disturbed by my end goals. I have a noble goal, but I also have a greedy goal, if that makes sense.
Yes. Crystal clear.
And you just see like you notice that you can see through the skull a little bit better when he says that, and the smell of sage wafts into your nose.
So, let's make it quick then. I need to know where to go to create the panacea that I seek.
Yes. Yes. I can tell you.
Looks towards you. I'm trying to think of the cost for this one. I'm thinking. Okay. Ah. That's good.
Yes. I can tell you. For just something oh so small.
And he opens up his mouth.
This one will seem very expensive. But trust me, it will all be worth it. I wish for your hat, and I wish for you to stay as you are.
Such a dangerous deal.
If you are looking for something hidden, you can't hide yourself. That is the price.
Made a very painful decision on that, mainly because had to avoid the rules from the land I came from for that reason. And yet it seems to have come to bite me in the back. Interesting. How about this then? I will do this, but not now. But after I resolved what happened to my companion here who needs my aid, that'll be the thing I give you.
Your hat and your word is what I seek. Once it is given, I shall give you the panacea that you seek.
I hope so. For having this and being able to reverse engineer it allows the end of my people's suffering. So, but you ask for my life to be in more danger, and I understand why.
It is elusive. What you seek is a cure-all, a medicine that shifts to disease. Yes, this will be expensive.
I'll
But
hold
is
on
it
to
not just a small price that you should suffer while everyone else gets cured?
Indeed. But that's why I mentioned it as something I don't need to do right away. But that's an easy deal. I just need to make sure that
Yes.
I don't get into issues when I move forward. But it will happen. That I can tell you.
Don't dawdle.
I don't plan to. And I throw gold in their mouth. Enjoy.
Eats it greedily. Sleep well.
And then Seer stands up and walks over back to the room.
What about you, Mavet? You
Well,
gonna stay out there with Granny?
what do I see outside this window?
Make me a perception check.
Do, 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 do.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
See, you see a breeze. It seems hot. There's a slight patter of rain, and whenever like the rain touches a blade of grass or a tree, you see the steam hiss from it. It's getting hot.
So I am going to go over to the lion rug.
Yep.
Pick it up. Bring it over to the window. And is there something I could drape it on?
Yeah, there is a curtain. You don't need to. You can close the curtain.
Well, I know lion skin is thicker than curtain, so
Okay.
just in case a stray arrow comes through.
The curtain is hung up and is something that you can put the lion rug on.
So let's put the lion rug on it just for extra protection.
You do so.
And I will sit next to Granny and use my Century Rest, which is going to inactive, motionless for 6 hours, but I'm still aware of my surroundings.
Okay.
So I'd be observing Granny while also getting a long rest unless I decide to move within 6 hours.
All right. Is there anything you guys do before going to bed? Any bedtime stories?
Probably is just kind of beat from her mind experience and coming down twice off of drugs from Eddie.
Is Eddie sleeping on the floor? Did you just decide, yeah, fuck the bed, I'm gonna sleep on the one?
Well, I
on the
mean, like,
floor?
originally I thought, like, Aluya forgot which bed that she was supposed to be sleeping in.
Yeah.
Because I thought everybody already, like, figured out their arrangements and that Eddie
Nope.
was going to be on the floor. But then she, like, put her token there. She's like, okay, I guess I'll sleep over here. But no, like, Eddie is totally comfortable sleeping on the floor.
I know. That's just where I left it for the moment. And I got distracted, but now she's in bed.
No, like Sierra walk over to the bed and throw anything that's super flammable off.
Yep. You do so.
You just throw it onto Eddie's sleeping form.
Basically. And then they don't fall asleep right away. They sit on the edge of their bed, kind of like looking at their hat.
Mhm. Okay. So I'm assuming how it's going to work is Seer and Mavet are just going to take a little bit of the watch tonight, and with Mavet's racial ability, he should be able to watch out for you guys as you guys sleep. Unless you guys have any different plans. This feels initially safe until you learn that there is a wolf prowling nearby. Again, not everyone go at once. Anything to say? Anything different from what I put out there?
I was hoping I could actually try to see if I could watch outside the window to see if there is any activity outside.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah,
So-
let's do it.
Yeah, we'll go over the night. So this will be the first few hours. Give me a perception check. And
I've been
that
rolling
is
garbage
a
today.
natural 5 and a 6 on the roll. You do
I'll
see
do a
f-
flash of genius just in case.
Yep. Yep. So Flash of Genius, that's a 7 on top of that, right? So 11? Or sorry,
11,
not
yeah.
11.
No,
It-
it's 11. It's 11.
Okay. All right. So, as you're looking outside the window, you do see that there is a fresh grave that you're told that is that belongs to a hag, given the title "The Exile." And as you're looking outside, staring at the grave, you swear, you swear that you see the dirt around the grave begin to shift slightly, but it could be a trick of your eyes. And I'll say that happens around midnight. What does Seer do?
Seer, seeing this situation, kind of like will stand up. And how far away is it?
Okay, if you actually look at the map and look north, you can see the grave directly outside. It is a little over 5 feet away. What do you do?
know, Seer hasn't done this in a really, really long time. With my Artificer's tools, or the multi-tool I have, once, maybe like every day, I could change a cantrip on it. This might be the moment where I change the cantrip to Mage Hand.
Okay.
I'll get rid of Mending a little bit, but it'll be Mage Hand for a little bit.
Okay. So what do you do with this mage hand?
Outside the window, I kind of like just make it move. I want you to imagine, instead of being like a magical hand that appears, it's more like, all right, changes the setting on their strange tool, and then points outside, and then suddenly the dirt turns into a hand that just kind of pops up, makes it float up, and being like, all right. Seeing it move, kind of like move the hand forward to kind of like see like if it's shaking naturally, so they'll put like a stone on top of a spot that seems a little bit unsteady, but like leaves it there to be steady enough that if there is activity, it'll fall off.
And it falls off as you hear the clinking of the stone go down.
So then, as they kind of look about, they're trying to see specifically what might be causing it. So then they slowly move the hand on top of an empty spot of like dirt. And though they can't feel the vibration, the idea is like they're just trying to see if something reacts to the hand as they get on top of the grave, just putting their hand on spots that are like weak or soft.
Yeah, you see it like the dirt begin to crumble inward to cave in, like there's a cavity that's being filled. But nothing grabs a hand, nothing pops out, it is just moving.
Then I think for the rest of the bit, Sierra's gonna watch just to see if like anything major happens, and if nothing happens, it's like okay.
You watch for 20 minutes, a half an hour, and eventually you see the stones begin to separate as you see the scales of a decomposing hand begin to, yes, flicker with the reflection of the lantern light in the room. And crawling out is what looks to be a Yanti. Maggots spilling out of an empty eye and a crochet needle jammed through its neck. As it begins to raise up, turns its head at you, and you see through its one good eye that this creature doesn't have an iris.
It is very dead.
Looks dead.
Expecting to see her be scared, it's like walks over to Eddie, pokes Eddie.
Hey, bruh. Little dude, what's up?
Seems like someone didn't want to stay asleep in their grave and is now coming back up. Points out the window to see the dead Yanti.
They must not have liked their nap.
Might need to be investigated.
Yeah, probably, huh?
Mind if you do this for a moment then? I'll get my stuff ready to put it into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Just like, getting up.
And until I get back, because I gotta move something real quick, I'm literally gonna be like digging out stuff to be like, okay, steak? No, that's for vampires. Crowbar? That's better for other things.
Yeah. As you're looking through, you see the creature come closer and closer to the glass window. And you see it scraping. It's, yeah, decomposed. I should say, its hand is skeleton-like, while below the wrist is bloated. And you see it scraping a skeletal hand down the window like it doesn't know what to do. It's just following the light.
And yeah, just kind of like, just like staring it face to face.
Yeah, you look at it, and it's just hard to make out anything besides its race. It wears yellow robes. It looks like it was knitted, and it is a snake person with a skeletal hand, missing eyes, and maggots basically bleeding from its mouth with a black viscous fluid.
I guess just to like confirm like one thing in particular, like Eddie's going to try to send it a message. Hey, are you still alive?
You get no response.
Okay, yep, nope, definitely dead.
Hmm. Let me. I want to know how I want to play this. I can tell you the first thing that happens. To describe the position, we got Aluya to the left of Eddie. Eddie standing before the window. Seer to his right. Or looking out the window. Seer is rifling through her equipment. And we have a undead graveborn of a Yanti woman who is scraping her hand across the window. And just as you're experimenting, Eddie, make me a perception check.
Dope. Do. Ah, dang. Sorry,
Yeah.
I just have to open up the sheet proper now because basically every time I clear my cookies, it automatically like undoes everything that's not automatic,
Yeah.
including making all the stuff drop downward rather than upward. I was trying to roll perception in the one place, but I can't because it keeps
Yeah.
going above the screen.
Yeah. Apologies. Yeah, we can fix that in the configuration settings. With 11, you don't see what happened before, but you definitely see what happens after. Make me a straight D20 roll. Use the dice tray below the chat log. Make me 1d20.
Devin.
You see a little glimmer of light behind her, and it's quick. It happens in a fraction of a second as you see her eyes begin to glow with a fire quality to it, and you see her head basically jerk forward from the impact of an arrow piercing the back of her skull. The force of the arrow is enough for her face to headbutt the window, shatter the glass, and you see the open flame of a bolt in the back of her head. Aluya, I would say that's enough for you to wake up. There's shattered glass on the ground. There is the head of a graveborn that is lit aflame.
Are you guys alright? What's going on here?
Well, that saves me time as you see Seer drop all the stuff they pulled out of their bag, go looking for something to stab this thing with.
Glass on the floor and... What is that? What is that? It's trying to get in, right?
Oh no, it's dead.
Oh.
Well, it was dead. Now it's dead.
And she'll just blip out her spear. Give it a good little boop. Double tapping.
double tap it, and the glass digs into the neck as you see a black liquid begin to spill onto the windowsill and drip onto the wood floor. The fire that is still cultivating inside of her head is growing hotter and hotter.
Could I use the spear to kind of push it, like, tip it back out the window?
Yes, you can. No check required. As you do so, you decapitate the head, and it does roll with the body outside.
Eddie, did you see where the shot came from?
Nah, but like, considering what we already know from earlier, and considering what they don't like, it's probably that beast dude.
I would agree. Then, well, now we know that they don't like undead. Or at least, well, undead like my people. Might have to move somewhere
Considers
else.
for a moment.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, do you think the tree dude might actually be dead?
Possibly. Have you noticed that they don't grow really any foliage?
Yeah, that was like a little weird. And like, if this beast dude really doesn't like undead things, then like that might be a really good reason to not like the tree dude.
We'll have to ask Mavet a bit more. For now, I think we might suggest going to a different room. And then, when I get the chance, I'll fix the window myself.
All right. So you guys are going to sleep in another room? What room are you guys going to sleep in?
Can I just take, like, the mattress and just put it in this hallway here? There's, like, no windows, so you just have door, door, door.
Yeah. Go right ahead.
Light it over. I'll go right here.
All right.
Seer's just gonna camp by the fire.
Okay.
Go into the fire. Where'd Seer go?
Sleeps in the fire. Makes me think about home. Yeah, I think I'll wait till the next day.
Okay. Mavet, as the night passes, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. 18 or higher.
That wouldn't be at disadvantage, right? Because of the exhaustion. That's only skill checks.
I believe skill checks.
Doesn't even matter.
It's a failure. Over the night, the voices are making some really good points to you. You hear them in your head just going,
Mavet. Mavet. We're
Yes.
friends, right?
I am friends with all living things.
Good. Then we're friends. I'm worried about you, Mavet.
Why is that?
Well, the people you keep around you, they don't seem to like you too much. Don't you feel it?
It is okay for people and creatures not to like one another, as long as they tolerate one another.
I think we're getting to the point of intolerance. Don't you hear them? They're scheming behind your back.
If the point comes to where they need to no longer be alive, then that time will come.
It will
Until
be
then,
soon. It will be soon, we know. What if they get the upper hand? What if they strike first?
I am stronger. I have no worries.
You are weak when you are one. You are strong when you are many. But you are so few. And they are many. Don't you understand?
We will have to become many.
Yes. Let's become many. Mavet, 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 Mavet. Spread us. And you see that, like, yeah, just snapping back into it. Your hand is like, yeah, I would say on the shoulder, cusping the neck of the grandma. Come on, Mavet. Make us many. And you see the one finger that you replaced becoming whip-like, stretching out, coiling around her. Mavet, let us have her.
Uh, well, I
Let
think
us
that
have her.
I think since it's in control of my hand, we have to make a check on it.
I
Because
need to
I don't
say,
want to do it.
now, hang on. Let me put it out there because this is extremely important. I am not taking control of your character at this moment. You are in a point where you have control of your body. You are not taken full possession of. When we do those checks, there are just small gaps. You've gotten over the gap, you've listened to the voices, and they have moved your hand in a direction. They are not choking her, they are not killing her. This is your decision, you as a player, and what Mavet would do.
Okay. Because I like to limit myself, I feel like if I were to just say no, that would be me taking an action, so I would still be exhausted. Or how would you rule that? Because I'm trying to rest, so I feel this is it's
I will
doing its
remind
own thing.
I will remind the table that it is not 6 hours of continuous rest of inactivity. It is simply a cumulative total.
Okay. I like that. Good table.
Yeah. Yeah, it must have been made of Mavet. This is a good table. I like the wood. What do you do?
Mavet, let us have her. She is strong. She is powerful. Her days are numbered.
But she is asleep. That is a weak thing to do.
It is the perfect moment. It is when she is strongest. She is a dreamer. Are you afraid of a challenge?
We have yet to be acquainted, so I feel you are lying.
But we're friends. I wouldn't lie to a friend.
Friends tell white lies all the time.
Then you shouldn't be friends with those people that lie to you. We have never lied to you. We are incapable of lying.
Mavet will take his hand as the whip-like finger is coiling around Granny's neck. Mavet takes his hand, and as it slides across Granny's neck in retraction, he sits on his hand and tries to silence the voices.
Mavet, you are weak.
Roll 4d6. "12 psychic damage. As this feels very wrong not to do. It feels disgusting not to do this. Just as a reminder to everyone, he has 3 failures and 2 successes. That happens. And I want to imagine when you put your hand underneath your leg, everyone comes out. What do you all do? You're in the living room before the hearth of the fire.
I'm in that little hallway cove, resting on my makeshift cot.
Right next to the door with the dead horse on the other side.
Yep. There's no window there, or in front of me or behind me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sure it smells great.
Yeah, it smells god awful. You can, like, being next to the crack of the door, you can smell the decomposition, the rotting of flesh. All right, so we're gonna follow through with the long rest. Anything else that needs to be done?
Not really. We can't really do much till we get more assistance from Granny or other things like that.
Okay. All right. Everyone take a long rest as the night passes. Mavet, make me a perception check.
Wait, am I still exhausted after this long rest? Or is this perception before the long rest?
This is before the long rest, and you are still exhausted after the long rest.
I think the simpler question to ask is, are they exhausted in the moment that they are making a perception check?
Yes. 14. And Seer, you said you were sleeping by the hearth?
Correct.
Mavet. After the long rest, like, tell me like what you would do. Like, we always like go over how weird Mavet is, but how does he spend his time? What is he doing?
So am I waking up before other people? Because I'd just be sitting there watching Granny the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Just
Okay,
motionless.
that's why I want to know. So you're watching Granny. Yep. Okay. Like, after the long rest, you look towards the windowsill, because you feel a bit of a draft in the room. And looking towards the windowsill, you do see an arrow with a bright white hot tip. And carved into the shaft is your name, Mavet.
Less than 3.
So did the lion help?
Yeah. I want to say, like, the line did help. Like, I think it's better to say, like, how you noticed it was the lion pelt began to move slightly with the draft. And you're still alive, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a win-win. But yeah, you do see an arrow with your name carved into it.
So I will go grab the arrow by the shaft, not the head.
The moment you touch it, make me a Constitution save. 15 or higher. Good. It burns to hold it. And as you touch it, you hear the voices in your head going,
No! Put it down, put it down! It burns! It burns!
Okay, can I grab it? What hand did I grab it with?
I
With
want to
the zombie
assume
man?
it's the same. Yeah, I want to assume it's a hand with the parasite.
Okay, can I switch hands?
Yeah, you can. But again, if you hold it for more than 6 seconds, you're going to make another save.
Okay.
Hmm.
I would just see if the voices stop once I switch hands.
No. Because they're connected to you now.
Okay,
But Gray,
cool.
switching hands makes all the difference.
You never know. Because it hasn't fully taken over, I'd hope. But so I would just at that point drop it.
It's kind of like living with a roommate that's just moving in. You see all of his shit around, but he's not there yet.
So yeah, I would just drop the arrow and then kind of kick it towards in front of Seer. And if she's not awake yet, I would just be waiting with the arrow in front of Seer.
Seer, how do you react? It is the morning. It is getting close to 8 o'clock in the morning.
Seer would pick up the arrow and investigate it.
All right. You pick it up and investigate it. Give me a nature check or arcana. Depends what kind of information you want.
Natural 20 on
20.
nature.
There you go. I like that.
And she licks it.
Tastes like sauerkraut.
And dead. With a hint of body sweat.
Is that axe?
So what you know from this arrow is it's taken from a particular tree in Adontis. It is a, what's the best way to put it? Much like the tree that you guys have seen, yes, in this area, the blue tree that acts kind of like a mother tree. This material, this bark has a very specific quality to it. You see when you open it up, like if you examine it, like experiment with it, if you make an incision onto the arrow, you see that the rings on the inside of this wood is rainbow in color, which leads you to believe that it came from a very specific tree in Adontis. Now, why that's important is the elves have a capital in Adontis, and they've made their home within this very particular tree. The name escapes you at the moment, but you know that is a firm link, which is, again, strange because, like what you guys have learned about the Crimson Cloaks, is they like to break a lot of rules that the elves put down. So this kind of creature getting a hold of this kind of weapon is very peculiar.
So you're saying Mavet is weak to rainbow arrows?
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't like Eddie and made that racial slur?
Oh no.
Holy fuck.
No, no.
Holy shit, my man.
You know, Eddie's just sleeping peacefully in front of the door of the original room, just living his best life.
But yeah. In particular, you don't recall like the tree having this kind of specific quality to it. Investigating it more, it seems like the arrowhead is the key to this arrow to make it function the way it does. Looking at it, you get a flash of Atticus, as the arrowhead is actually from where he was raised. The pit in Adontis, Laevra's pit. This material, this ore, this metal, has a similar property to what you are familiar with Atticus and Thimreth, which is having like a emotional quality to it. Though to what emotion, you don't know. That's it.
I'm sorry. Out of character, just really quick.
No.
The arrow shaft is from a tree from these elves.
Yep.
And the arrowhead is made in the forge in Adonis in the pit where Atticus is from?
Yep.
Okay.
Anything from that?
I just explain to the group a bit more about the nature of this arrow and maybe how it might connect to Mavet. Mainly because it's very particularly made to kill Mavet. So I probably would just ask Mavet finally, being like, do you have any common enemies that we should be aware of now? Or maybe a reason why that they would want to slay you? Because I'm not from Adonis.
My clearest memory of the past is when our friend who is no longer here attacked me with those bugs. If I had made enemies along the way, perhaps. I don't think I tried to make anyone upset.
Then we have other solutions to solving this. We could either ask the skull why they want to murder you in particular, or we go out, ask the person directly, though we already know that they're not going to want to talk to us. They're going to do skirmish tactics. If you like, I could pay the gold to ask the skull.
We can see how much it is first.
Walks over to the skull.
Yes, darling. What can I do for you?
I'd like to know a bit more of why this person in particular is either hunting our tree companion down, like what is their motivations, or their motivations are just aligned with something else going along here.
I.
Repeat
AKA,
that? Yeah.
I'm just asking what is this person's motivation for killing Mavet?
Oh. That will be 5 silver pieces.
I think you already know how I do things. Give them a gold.
Yes. Thank you.
Eats at it. And just says,
The wolf's motive for hunting down your friend is that he is a parasite, a monster. He is very harmful to the very earth he walks on. This hunter is trying to exterminate this parasite, a friend of yours. From what I can gather, this would be a mission from the Crimson Cloaks themselves. No vendetta. Cold and simple. Was there anything else?
No, it just makes sense now because for someone to know their name seems to have a particular hatred to them.
Well, think of it this way. If you hire an assassin to kill someone in particular, more often than not, the assassin has no ill will or grudge against the client or against the target. It is but a job.
Looks at Mavet and goes, well then, that limits the options we have to resolving situations here and there.
The question is, who shed light on your friend? Who informed the cloaks that he was here, that he exists?
I really
Probably
wanted
that
to
little
scream.
dude.
what was that,
Well-
Mavet?
Probably the little midget dude.
What were you gonna say, Seer?
Oh, I was just gonna make a joke saying it's like that bitch,
Mhm.
Velma. But I always throw Velma under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
As you should. Rightful blame.
Then Mavet, if you want to live, we'll have to figure a way to make them not want to kill you, or B, we slay the person trying to kill you. However, I think you and I already know how I feel about your situation. Bonding with a plant of such old and destructive nature.
From what I gathered, it would be the same as others viewing you having relations with a non-gen Nasi.
Hence why I wish to fix that.
As do I.
That's why I respect you on this way. That's why I haven't done any of my actions already. So, we're in
Careful.
agreement then.
The bigger the ambition, the farther the fall.
Then my fall will be bottomless. But for now, then let's wait for Granny. Tell them what the situation, and then let's call to action of how to handle such things.
Daddy Skull, I have another question.
Bogdan hears you.
You said I am a parasite. So, how many other parasites like me are around on this world?
They are still blossoming. Although your spores travel far, they are quickly killed. You should ask your friend, Atticus.
Oh. Thank you, Skull, for the freebie.
Ha!
It is not a trick. It is merely a memory you have forgotten. Not to mention, looks towards Seer, now we are even.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, because you paid more than what you needed.
Then, I'm going to begin to fix things before Granny wakes up. Pulls out tools and turns into carpentry tools to fix windows.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put the pelt back.
Mm-hmm.
Before Granny wakes up, Seer will fix all the windows.
Okay.
And collect the 2 arrows.
Make me a history check. As you go into the guest bedroom and you begin to fix the window, again, just like with Bogdan, something's not right. You look towards the bed, see that they're a few inches off of where they should be. Look towards the beds, and they seem more ruffled than they were before. You look around, and you notice that one of the curtains that were on the window that got destroyed by the Graveborn and the bolt is missing. Get a chill down the back of your neck. You might not be alone.
Doubt we have a party here.
But basically, it's like, Seer will be like, better
Well,
not.
go into the bedroom. Let's roleplay this a little bit.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, Seer's like in there, go like, better not make everybody panic. I'll be up on moving.
Yeah. Get in that room.
Ow.
I'm in that room.
Ow.
Both of you guys going over Eddie. Yeah. When the curtains is missing, the beds are off by a few inches. The bed sheets are a lot more ruffled than how you guys left before taking your long rest. You might be... Yeah, you might not be alone.
Looks like I'll have to be investigating a bit more around. Immediately cast the invisibility.
Look around. See invisibility. And you see nothing. Sounds like the sound is coming from the room over.
Oh. Oh. I'm guessing that's the daughter. Unless you mean it's in the occult room.
In the occult room.
Ah. Nah.
It's the ghost of the horse.
Hey, bros, why'd you step on me?
Am I going to do it? Fuck, I gotta do it. Oh. Do you hear that, Eddie?
I don't know, Gray stopped. Do I hear it?
No, you still hear it. I just don't want to do that constantly as you guys are talking.
I'm almost finished. Keep going.
Wow.
Oh.
So, Eddie, Aluya could not reveal what they saw, but I think it might be a good idea for me to check out what they've seen before Granny wakes.
Well, I guess, like, just be careful. Because, like, she said we weren't allowed in. But, like, that could mean 2 different things.
That just sounds like agonal breathing, though, so whatever's
You
in
hear
there.
the snapping of bones. Still hear the labored breathing.
I hate to say this, but my curiosity is booming, so I must check.
You hear a thud on the wall. Bum. 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 Bum.
All right. I'll be back, Eddie.
Oh,
Seer will
Be
turn
back.
into.
Eddie.
Oh. No!
No.
Fucking with me. No! I'm a gaseous form, though.
Eddie. Okay. You do gaseous form.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna grab your token.
Turns into a fart cloud.
Yep.
Smells like apricots. No, I'm joking. Smells like burning apricots.
Bring you into the room. Gaseous form. Zoom back in. So, unfortunately, the horse is not an object, so I can't make that disappear, but you don't see the horse.
Hi.
You walk into the room, and that is
Well, I
what's
can't-
missing.
Can't really walk. I had to float.
You waft into the room
Yeah.
like a fart.
But the sound is coming from the room.
Yes.
By the way, see
Eddie.
invisibility
Yep.
still works too.
Yep.
As a-
As you come into the room, you feel drips of blood phasing through your cloud.
Look up?
and looking at you, head craned backwards to the point of where you can see like the spine jutting out of its neck. You just see the open mouth of a horse, its eyes buggy as it goes in all sorts of different directions, its body malformed like a spider on the ceiling as it looks down at you and just goes, Eddie.
Clouds can't scream.
I have no mouth, yet I must scream.
That's actually utterly fucking terrifying. But I'm going to push forward in bravery and analyze this thing as well as possibly the surroundings to see if I could figure out some like magic going on. So like the runes, the writing in the book, even if I had to do a nature check, the creature itself.
Okay. Okay, so which one first? The horse, the sigil, or the book?
Definitely the horse, since I'm staring the fuck at it. Ah!
That's gonna be Arcana. Or, no, stop. Religion, specifically.
Alright. Let's see it. I'm not bad at religion. I will also flash of genius.
Okay.
So 21.
21 is your total. All right, so you know what this creature is used for. Essentially, it is a vessel during, what's the best way to put this? In the Dreamlands, there is a ritual for projecting yourself in between realms. And to do so, you need a vessel to basically anchor you down. And from what you can gather, this is the method that Granny is using to basically bleed herself into the Dreamlands, is using this horse. And this appears to be a byproduct in exchange for it by granting something else life in this body.
Then that is cool to know. And also utterly terrifying. Then I think the next thing I would need to do is look at the book. And then I'll fly out.
As you move towards the book, you hear it say, Greater ambition, farther fall. And it falls to the ground, and you hear the snapping of its neck. It's crooked as it just follows you.
Clouds can't scream. Clouds can't scream. Clouds can't scream.
And you're going to the book?
Not to touch it since I'm a cloud.
Mm-hmm. You look at the book, and you see within it. Make me, because you're not actually interacting with the book, so you're just investigating the page.
Correct, because as a cloud, I can't touch or manipulate things.
Okay, so I'd give you more information through like physical contact, but I assume you don't want to do that with a giant ass horse behind you.
I mean, I'm glad you understand how I feel.
Yeah, call it like a feeling. So, unfortunately, instead of an investigation, you're gonna have to make me. I want to say religion again, but you do have the option for Arcana. But I do need to stress out that Arcana has a higher DC. is your choice.
So, one more time. Arcana or...
Arcana or religion. Arcana has the higher DC.
My man, I gotta go for how my character thinks. I gotta do Arcana.
Ambition falls. Eddie? Hear the crack.
Flash of
18.
Genius.
Total is?
Should be 23. I also have 1 inspiration.
Would you like to re-roll that?
Oh, is it a reroll? I thought I was just add a d6.
Oh, sorry. That's the one you're talking about. We got 2 forms going on here. Do you want to add the D6?
I do.
Go right ahead.
So 25.
So you learned something incredible here. So as you've understood from the horse and the ritual that's going on here, that this room is used to form a link between the dream world and Grandma Laura. And this book is, yes, it helps make the ritual, but the specific page it's left on is something different. It is, yes, the best way to put it is this is the kind of book that most people, especially in this region of Julriana, would burn. It is witchcraft through and through. And the ritual that's on this page, unlike what's happening in this room, involves a person. The idea behind this ritual is that a person is bound to a location, pinned through stakes through the hands and feet. And through that constant agony, they're forced into a nightmare. And it seems like the end result is a ward.
Oof. That is a painful thing to think about.
As you
Well, now-
recall, it says, kill the magic seal.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Damn. I can think more about that, but I must scream, so I must leave this room so I can. Fart cloud out!
Eddie, as it watches you face through the wall. Oh.
Eddie and the crew see a fart cloud.
Mm-hmm. And you hear banging on the wall as it gets more violent. Eddie. Boom, 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 boom. You drop the spell?
They just want to, like, really meet me, don't they?
Meet Eddie. Meet Eddie.
I do drop the spell.
You drop the spell. What do you relay to the party?
I mean,
More
I
importantly,
had-
does she scream?
Yeah.
Let me find out. Hold on.
Boom.
Roll a
Boom.
d20 for myself.
Boom.
Sierra lets out a yelp. Ah!
I think as you yelp, you hear the whisper from beyond the wall. Pansia, I meet Etty.
What was that?
Fuck.
Pansia, I meet Eddie.
I meet Eddie?
I meet Eddie. And it mimics your scream or yelp.
All right. There's a lot to say here. Let me say the things that are not really boggling my mind as much as I could chill. But I could say this with confidence that I think I figured out that very much the ward is designed off of a person. I also learned very quickly that the things they have in there are pure things that anyone of religious faith would burn immediately. It's a book of great knowledge, but that's what makes it bad. It's forbidden knowledge.
And again, the thumps. Burn knowledge. Burn knowledge.
But then it makes me wonder about something else too. Basically, kind of looking to Eddie. Eddie, what did it say about the seal thing when we were having to figure out what Oluya said?
It said to, like, kill the magic seal before the ward was finished in like 3 days.
Well, I think I found it. And now I know what. I know basically that it reminds me exactly as if I encountered my previous self beforehand. Seer sits down.
Oh, is it like a seal? As he just starts like lightly clapping his hands in front of him.
I wish I could make jokes about that, but it's bringing me back old memories of my experience being chased down by something similar to that.
Wasn't joking though.
Oh, well. No, it's not. I can say this, though, that if we were to make the seal again, we would need to sacrifice a person.
Etty.
But the last thing I need to ask is that it will tell me the secrets of things I need if I bring you to it. I don't know why it wants to meet you. Maybe you're kindred spirits.
I mean, like, I've met a couple seals, but
Let's not speak to Granny of what we just learned, because it seems to be desperate to meet you while they're in the dream realm. So, it might be a dangerous thing to deal with. Something is allowing Granny to see things. Very dark thing. And it seems to know exactly what all of our motivations are. We might be
I mean,
feeding.
like, that does save time.
It does, but now it makes me wonder if the skull's been our friend or been aiding this creature dealing secrets.
Well, like, I don't know about you, but Skull Dude's seen someone that's, like, neutral anyway. Seems like he just does anything for gold.
Then we might not have to rely on them too much.
Etty. Etty. Bum. 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 You hear the knocking on the wall. Pretty sturdy walls.
All right.
You know, it is starting to get dusty in here.
Let us then make our way out of this. Let's talk when we are able to leave. I think we could talk when we're out going looking for the unicorns things. And if not, if we don't need to stay here for the whole time we leave.
Just to yes, put a little bit more focus on this. You do know this creature is used to help Granny traverse, and you weren't hearing these noises when she was awake. What do you all do?
I wonder what time it is. Skull Dude said she wakes up at 8, right?
Mm-hmm. If you guys want to wait till 8, we can fast forward till 8 o'clock. Unless there's anything you guys want to do before she wakes up. Now's the time to do a panty raid on her bedroom. A pantyhose.
Nerds.
Nerds.
Yeah. No, but
Aluya
basically,
starts wearing her lingerie.
Yep.
But
That looked pretty
basically-
good.
I'm just gonna fix windows. If anyone wants to break into any place, they can. I'm just gonna fix windows.
Okay. What do you guys do?
So, would it be perception or investigation for the panties?
Investigation. It's hidden behind a lot of children's clothes, and to Mavet, it is hidden. Can't find it.
He did, however, find a jockstrap, which raises more questions.
Questions I will not fucking answer. Anything else? Going once. Going twice. 3 times. Dong. 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 You hear the grandfather clock go off. And you see Bogdan's eyes with smoke coming from the sockets, smelling like sage.
It is time Granny shall wake.
And you just see Granny just stretch, yawn, and you hear the heavy thud behind her as the horse in the sacrificial room drops to the ground.
Oh, morning, dearies. Oh, morning. Oh.
And looks towards Mavet.
Oh, darling. You look so cute today.
Cups her hand around your face.
And how are you this morning?
I am well rested. Thank you.
Oh, that's so good to hear.
Looks towards Eddie. hobbles up a little bit, goes towards you, then pats you on the head and just goes, "Oh, dearie, you have such soft fur today. Did you use conditioner?"
I mean, like, I conditioned the whole room and my fur was in it. Does that count?
Oh. And plucks your cheeks a little bit. "You're just so cute." Looks towards Seer and Luya and just goes, "Oh, morning, girls. Did you sleep well tonight?"
Did I sleep well tonight?
You are not exhausted yet.
Okay. I believe so. You've got soft mattress. It was quite nice.
Oh, I plucked it from a goose, and she was a mother.
That was an extra detail. Okay, thank you.
Oh, yes, the softest feathers come from parents.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Oh, don't worry, I made the children watch.
Well, this is taking a turn. Okay.
Oh, not as much of a turn as the goose in my stomach. Oh, I'm just so goofy. Yeah.
It's like in her head thinking, oh, she's related to Velma, huh? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Eggs.
I see why Oluya has been traumatized from whatever was in that room.
Mm. Ooh.
Now, there are two party members that just want to scream, like,
Mm.
all the time.
All right. Settle down, everybody. And looks around the room. My end of the deal is over. You're free to stay at my house for as long as you like.
Well, thank you for the hospitality, I think.
Oh, thank you for the years on my life.
Can I insight check her? What does that even mean?
Sure. You see that she has a nosebleed, though.
Then. Oh, wait. I want to see this insight.
From what you gathered, she made a promise with the Covenant of the One. And in exchange for keeping you guys safe, she did mention offhand that they granted her some powers. And one of the benefits that was included was extending her life. Oh, I have
Okay.
so many fond memories because of you kids.
Then ultimately, our next goal then is to investigate further in the woods.
Oh, yes, please. I do hate that nasty little thorny parasite that's really killing the forest. The mother is quite angry.
Then we are welcome to come back anytime, correct?
Absolutely. Mi casa, your casa.
Kind of looks to Eddie and kind of like gesturing outside.
What's a casa?
I don't know. I assume home. Or tree. Or something along the lines.
Does she mean quesadilla?
Seer, I have a question before we leave.
Indeed.
Do you remember when I carried you upon my shoulder?
I vaguely might.
What?
I'm making a joke.
Yeah, when she was small.
Yeah.
I'm making a
I
joke in a
helped her.
sense, like, I vaguely remember as they kind of sit there not wanting to admit it's like that was strange to ride on a shoulder as a tiny person.
Would you be able to carry me as well? You're not afraid of spiders, are you?
No, spiders are not a problem.
Okay. So, in order to hide from this dude trying to kill me outright, I will use my wild shape to transform into a spider. Then just crawl up to Seer.
How long can you keep the transformation?
I think it's indefinite, right, Mega?
What?
Yeah,
No.
with wild
No.
shape? Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, what the fuck are you smoking?
It is equal to a number of hours equal to half your druid level.
Ah, so 2 hours. Or rounded up or rounded down.
Actually, it's up to the DM whether to round it all and just like actually have like X hours and 30 minutes.
We're gonna go X hours and 30 minutes.
Okay, so an hour and 30 minutes.
There we go.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Don't go into hair though, you might die.
So, describe the look of the spider as you're crawling up Seer.
So from far away it looks like a normal spider being very tiny. But if you were to look closer and closer, you see it's not hairy. It's not like your typical spider you would find on this world. It looks to be made of wood. Dark wood with 8 jutting out legs, all dark, with what would be half of the legs looking to be infected in some sort of way, reflecting the Zombrium overtaking Mavet.
Mavet. Mavet.
Yes.
Again. Oh, actually, as a spider, it doesn't matter.
Have
Well
you
then.
heard? Have you heard of the story of the scorpion and the frog?
No.
You'll learn.
And it just quiets as you nestle into Seer's shoulder under her hair. It's warm.
Then you might see us back soon, Granny. We're actually might need to come back to investigate other things, if that's all right with you.
Oh, I would always love to see your faces. You're all so cute.
Then, Aluya, Eddie, should I make steps outside? Or do you have any questions you might want to cover?
No, I'm good here. Kind of want some air.
Hmm. You know, Aluya, you felt kind of weird waking up this morning.
Son of a
And-
gun.
Well, you can't really, like, put your finger on it until you finally get to this point, because you haven't been moving around a lot.
No.
You felt like you just feel a little bit more heavy. And looking down, you see something black wrapped around your ankle.
Well, let's go higher because my boot covers me. So my knee?
No, it's on your heel.
Yeah, I don't think she ever put her armor back on.
I would have before anything else.
Hmm. We'll just say that's on the heel of your boot. Or I shouldn't say heel, like the connecting point between, like, you know, the top of the shoe and going up into the full boot.
Mm.
It's black. And it's wrapped
What?
around your foot.
Hang on a second. I just what? There's a thing on my foot. It's black. I don't want to touch it. I don't want an orphan situation again.
Aww.
Sir, do you know what this might be?
Let me take a look.
Yeah, looking at it, it looks like a cat with a tiny, or like a big witch's hat on top of it.
Ah. I'm sorry to tell you this, Aaliyah, but you have something what they would call a feline problem.
I have a cat,
Indeed.
but it's on my shoe.
Yeah, you recall like a heavy pressure like on your shoulder and on your neck like throughout the night, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it. You never really seen anything.
Like a shudder thing. I'm just gonna start feeling this thing, and it's gonna get heavier and heavier.
Yeah, like as attention gets drawn to it, it just goes, and you see it disappear.
It went away.
Oh, you feel
Or-
something heavy on your shoulder. Then like
What?
sandpaper on your neck.
But I feel it on my shoulder.
You have a magical feline problem.
You, Skin Skull.
Uh-oh. Yes, dearie.
I give you money, you tell me what this thing is on my shoulder.
Yes, I can do that for you. It opens
And I'm
up
not
his mouth.
talking about clothes or anything. The magical dissipating cat.
5
Okay.
silver pieces, please.
Take your money.
Eats it up.
That is Catherine. She is the cat to our dear sweet grandma Goldrose. It's a bit of a odd cat. It comes from the dreamland. Its fur can make it invisible. It has the ability to make duplicates of itself.
And you feel like a second, like heavy feeling on your other shoulder.
Though it is unfortunate that it's taken a liking to you.
Gets ready to throw money in. And why would that be?
1 gold piece, please.
Take your shit.
Well, you know the fable. If a cat finds someone they truly love and can't be parted with, it usually means they're doomed to die. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
It smells death on you.
Okay. Kind of look at everyone else and just be like,
Meow.
alright. Well, how about for another gold? How do I get rid of it?
I was
Yes.
thinking-
I feel like Eddie and and Seer just share a look,
Yep.
just
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
Literally, like, we're just staring at each other, like,
That's a good question. I'll tell you what. Give me a day and I'll tell you.
Oh, you son of a bitch! You asshole! I give you nothing! You people are
Delicious.
sick!
I All right.
Like, come on, bro. I think maybe you should get some air. As Eddie just like starts,
Shoots up middle fingers at everybody again.
just starts lightly like pushing her in the direction of the door.
Sierra's gonna look to Granny and goes like, "Oh, go ahead."
I was gonna say, Eddie, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oops.
Yes. You get your hand out of the way
16.
as you hear, and you see like oh, you don't see it. You feel the wind of a swipe and a bite, but it doesn't make contact.
All right, Eddie, can you do this instead?
Okay.
And like essentially like a mage hand version of Eddie is just like lightly pushing on Hallelujah like toward the door.
You have lovely skin, dearie.
And yeah, pushes Aluya to the door. Start moving.
Sierra will look to
Boop, boop,
Granny
boop, boop, boop.
and being like,
Oh, yes,
only have
dearie.
one. "I only have two things I'd like to say.
Oh, what would that be?
Thank you for your hospitality. We'll be back soon."
Oh, please do. I would love to have some company.
The only thing I do need to ask though is, do you have a spare cloak I could borrow?
Oh, a spare cloak. Yes, why, of course.
And she brings you to the master bedroom. If you want to, drag yourself to the master bedroom. Is that locked? Yeah. Hang on. Sorry. Go right ahead.
Ah, you're good.
Okay. No, I'm talking to Luya and Mega, trying to get the fuck out. So she brings you to a mannequin in the bedroom. It is made of complete gold, and you see draped around it is yellow cloth. You would perhaps think, with how fine the fabric is it could either be exotic or actually weaved from strands of gold. And she just goes, "Oh, this would just look so beautiful on you. It's also flame retardant."
Strange feature that you have.
Oh no, it wasn't intentional, just a happy accident.
What's it made of, then?
Oh, well, you see, around this area, we have a lot of strange creatures.
And she, like, basically does, like, a flourish with the cloak as she drapes it around your shoulders and begins to, like, hook up the brooch.
Yes, you see, we have a lot of strange animals around in the area. And one of which I saw yes. Have you ever seen sheep before, dearie?
You know, cocks her head, thinking about your past.
I have.
Oh, good. That saves me time. Well, you see, this one was quite peculiar. It rose from the waters of the Mirror Lake, and it had... Yes, its cotton was almost gold-like. I was I was very curious about this wool, so I brought it to my homestead and shaved it, but unfortunately a wolf got to it.
And basically, irons out, like, the creases and wrinkles as she puts it on you.
Oh, poor little dearie. But I did make something beautiful from him.
And you have a gold cloak on. And remind me, as a Genasi, you have resistance to fire, correct?
Correct.
You have immunity to fire now.
The fuck?
1 attunement, though.
I mean, that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel like this really does synergize with you. Like this cloak was made for you.
How come you've been so kind? It's strange to say this because many people that see me tend to run in fear, but also it's rather strange that a kind soul to willingly give a gift such as this.
Dearie, have you ever thought that one day you'll be no more?
Sometimes, yes.
Well, as you live and get older and older, that thought begins to cross your mind more and more. Dearie, I don't have long. And you've all given me so much. Because of you, I was able to see the sunrise and set, and I got to bathe under the light of the moon. Yes, you've given me far, far too many gifts than I can repay. I only wish to give you a fraction of what you've given me.
Then I won't waste the opportunity for such kindness. Oh, also, hi, my vet.
I've been here the whole time, don't worry.
Then, since you gave me this opportunity, I won't waste another opportunity to do what I think is best. Thank you.
Please, please, help the mother. She's so distraught. I would hate for this beautiful, beautiful forest to become rotten.
I think it'll be done. And we'll finally see her walk out of the room slowly. And then she'll look to the skull and be like, hey,
Yes, dearie.
chucks the hat at it.
Eats at it. Delicious. You know what it tastes like?
No.
Insecurity. Tastes so good.
I would say that's a good burn, but she's immune to it.
Holy shit, give yourself 50 EXP with that. That was awesome.
Oh my god. Is this how
you're
he's
on
gonna
fire
level
today,
up?
dude. Yeah.
Pull himself up
Making good fucking jokes
through
like
jokes.
that. Yeah, if he keeps fucking doing it, yeah.
Do I have your word?
I will not hide myself.
Your finger. Give me your finger.
I fucking knew it was something gonna involve a finger. Finger. Yeah.
Put your finger in its mouth, and it chomps down enough to draw blood. And you see, like, we always described your blood as being amber-like in quality, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we see the amber blood begin to trickle down its teeth, and it is ecstatic.
Then it is done. Never hide yourself, who you truly are, ever again. I will tell you what you wish to know. Your panacea lies with the ninth throne. There it lays.
And you see, like, its eyes begin to glow. Smoke begins to pour from its mouth, and you see an empty throne.
Sit on it and ask for your heart's desire, and you shall get your panacea.
Thank you, as usual.
Yes, dearie.
And I feel like as you stare at the smoke and it begins to dissipate, you see clockwork buildings begin to shift and hide this throne.
Look well. Fairy tales tell more than fables.
You just see the blood dripping onto the cloth.
Till we meet again.
And I kinda want to end on that note, unless anyone else has anything that they want to say. With the door closing.
Keep shouting in this language I just don't understand.
Alright. We'll end it there then.
This has been House Common Blood. The intro and outro music is Oh My Dog by Savik, and any other music and sound effects used in the episode are royalty free. Credits can be found in the episode description. Please review us on whatever podcast listening app you happen to be using, and if you like us, tell other people. Word of mouth is the best way for us to grow. Thank you for joining us. Iola Skyju.